So what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Echomerx product video. In today's video, I'm going to showcase the Cricut heat tapes. Everywhere you see people do the sublimation, you will see Cricut heat tapes. In today's video, I'm going to showcase the 2 rows of Cricut heat tapes and see how that works on our heat tape dispenser and what kind of issues will you see when you work with 2 Cricut heat tapes. So let's go. And here is the specification for the Cricut heat tapes, and this one is only heat tapes manufactured by the Cricut. So it's 0.75 inch wide and 52 feet long. So the inner diameter of the Cricut tape is about 1.3 inch. So it's not 1 inch, it's not 1.5 inch, so it's 1.3 inch. So in that case, we're going to use this 1 inch spindles. Even though the spindle is, remember the spindle is 1 inch, so it's definitely smaller than the ID, inner diameter of the Cricut tapes, but it still works very well because once you load the tapes onto the spindles, and there's 2 walls on the heat tapes that will actually prevent the Cricut tapes from moving left and right. And once you have the tape being rewinded to the water mill, it will just keep the heat tapes on the same place. Okay, so I'm gonna measure the thickness. Okay, so this is actually 2.5 mil. So I'm gonna use this to load the heat tapes, the Cricut heat tapes, and let's just try one first and see how that works. So I'm just going to attach the beginning of the tape to the inner side of the water mill and just give it the first turn. And I can definitely hear the popping sound or the clunking sound of that. That means just the blade is cutting into the tapes. So definitely it works pretty well. There is a bit of, you could say a little bit of hesitation because of the thickness of the tape. But in general, I think it works pretty well. I don't have to use a lot of forces to turn the knob, and the tape just cut, and it's very neat. So that's definitely worked with the 1 tape. Okay, so let's try 2 tape, because that's the purpose of our demonstrations, is to try 2 tapes, right? So I'm gonna put this on the inner side of the water mill and let's give it a spin. Okay, so definitely right now I'm cutting to 2 Cricut tapes, heat tapes right now, and I definitely feel there was a bit of hesitation on the knob when you try to turn it, and because the thickness of the tape, you definitely have to use a bit of force to drive the spindles, but you'll still be able to do that. Cutting 2 Cricut heat tapes, it does require a bit of force on the knob. It may create a bit of fatigue on your hands if you're doing that whole day long. So I would really suggest just to go with 1 Cricut heat tape. The heat tape dispenser by Echomerx is definitely able to cut into 2 rows of Cricut heat tapes, but it may create a fatigue on your hands because it does require a bit of force on the knobs when you're driving 2 heat tapes. Yeah, so that would be the demonstration for 2 rows of Cricut heat tapes today.